I'm a massive Sanderson fan, as I have mentioned. I know Sanderson is probably considered to be overrated, but I do not care. I will die on the hill that I fucking love everything he puts out, and I will read everything. And I don't even know how to explain it. Like, he's what got me into high and epic fantasy. So really, he's like to blame, not blame, but he's what his books are what put me back into reading, and now, like, I'm just obsessed, and I literally own every single one of his books, like that's been written, like, that you can physically buy. So of course, I actually don't own the leather bounds yet. I know, as I'm talking about being a massive fan, I don't own the leather bounds for Stormlight or any of those. But you bet your ass, I did get the Kickstarter for Secret Novels books when that came out, because I've got the first one right here. God, look at this cover. This cover is amazing. I'll just get a little closer here. So this is like the front. It's like got no sleeve or anything, which is great. It's like beautiful wording on the back. There's art inside of here. Let me see if I can find one I can show. Like, here's some art. Like, there's, oh man, such a well-made book here. And like, I'm gonna get 3 more of these too in this quality. Like, I'm so pumped. Anyways, enough talking about the packaging and what this book is. Is the book actually good? Hell freaking yes, it is. Now, I'm at the point now where just about anything Sanderson puts out, I am not too worried about not liking it. That's not to say there aren't books that he's putting out that I haven't liked. So, what is this book? How to explain what this book is? So, imagine this is a pirate book. Who doesn't like a good pirate story? You're on there's ships, there's ship battles, there's getting across deadly storms, there's all that. Set in a really interesting world that actually matters to the story, the world itself, with some great characters, with a great main character, with like a little bit of a love story kind of tied in there. Not as much as like something like Warbreaker. It's still kind of there, but it's like the main force behind the story. You get a talking rat character. You got Hoyd, if you're a fan of Sanderson. This story is actually told very interestingly. It's told like it's being read to you, and I've told to you. So it's something like Princess Bride. It's actually that's what Brandon Sanderson considers this book. He was watching Princess Bride, and he had an idea for a story, and it kind of came into this one. And you can totally see it's very fun. It's a little bit more satirical. It's like poking fun at things, and it's funny, and it's more upbeat. There's not really any like depressing things necessarily. It's more of just a fun adventure, which is kind of what we need right now, and it's perfect. It's like a perfect, just feel good read. So let's talk about the world a little bit here before I go into characters and all that. So the world is one that's very interesting because it's, like I said, it's a pirate story, but all the oceans are not made of water. They're made of like these spores. And if these spores get wet, they basically like grow into like plant life. So these special ships have been designed to go across the spores. Eventually, sometimes they have to stop. But then, like, let's say if it rains and the water's like hitting the spores, boom, it goes up. So they have to like void. It's like, I don't want to like spoil it, but like it's so cool how this world works and how everything. It's pretty simple premise compared to something like Stormlight Archive, but it's such a fun premise with such fun characters, and it does have some Cosmere implications, not as much as something like The Lost Metal does, but they are there, and you can see them. So yeah, so I would say you don't have to read much of the Cosmere to really enjoy this one. However, I'm going to recommend that you read a good chunk of it beforehand, just so you know who Hoyd is, and you know kind of a little bit of certain aspects. But it's not mandatory. You could totally read this one and be like, oh, this is kind of interesting. I don't know what this whole part means, but I mean, really, I think you should wait and read at least a couple others first. But not to say that this one isn't great. This one's amazing. It's definitely a great one to add to the collection. So yeah, I'm very happy with this book, Brando. And honestly, the ending, the payoffs are chef's kiss. Beautiful. I don't know how he had time to write this one in secret, but boy did he knock it out of the park. But yeah, I really don't have much else to add. I don't really want to go into major spoilers. I just wanted to kind of give you an idea what to expect, whether you should read it or not, and you should definitely read it if you're a Sanderson fan. So yeah, if you want a good pirate story, about a girl who loves cups, go check it out. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.